couple days ago, my son was asking me, Dad, how do you like to read coverages after the snap and play in Madden 25? And I really thought to myself, how can I explain this to a 10-year-old and help him out so he can get better when he's playing online? So I told him, let's just go ahead and take a look at a simple play that I run. And it's called gun bunch weak spacing. And this play, I thought if I started off with this, it would give him at least a foundation to start off with as far as reading coverages, at least after the snap. So for those of you guys out there that are having some problems passing the ball and you're trying to read the coverages after the snap, this is something that I do. I can't promise you it's always going to make you guys complete every single pass. You're not going to be the next Peyton Manning or anything like that. But what it will do is it should help you out, and that's the idea of this video breakdown. So let's go ahead and look at it. I'll kind of explain it like I explained it to him, and hopefully this will give you guys something that you guys can use for those who are struggling. And as you look at it, as I said before, this is the gun bunch weak spacing, and this is a play that I like to run. And what I like to do here is this particular receiver here, which happens to be the running back, is coming out of the backfield running a delayed flat route. Now what I'll do with it is you're going to watch here is I'm going to hot route him on a swing route or even a wheel route. Here it's going to be a swing route. And what I do with this is I'm looking for a defender that I think is covering him. In this case, as I look at the screen here and I'm noticing this guy right here, so I'm kind of keen on a defender that I think is going to cover him. Now, if it's man coverage, what he's going to do, if that is the guy supposed to be covering him, is he's going to go out here and go along with him and cover him. So you're going to see him going out in this area here as my running back goes out there towards the left flat as you're looking at your screen. And that's if it's man coverage. Now, if it's zone coverage, he'll do a couple different things. He may drop back in this area here, or he may go ahead and drop into the curl of the flat. You may see him go out here, or he may go into the flat. And basically, I'm watching to see what he does after the snap. And if I see him do one of the other two things where he drops back, then I almost always know it's zone coverage. And if he winds up heading towards the flat, then I have to kind of maybe look at another defender. For example, maybe I'll look over here just real quick at this defender right here and see if he's dropping back in a hook zone. So as long as I can tell once the ball is snapped and I see if they're in zone or man coverage, it tells me right where to go with the ball as soon as the ball snaps. So as soon as I read that guy and I say, hey, it's zone coverage, then for me, then I look to go ahead and throw in this direction over here towards the right where I got this concept going over here between these three receivers. If it's man coverage, then I know to go over here to this guy over here, which is the split end. So based on the coverages, it usually tells me which way I'm going to go. So if it's man coverage, I'm going to go left. If it's zone coverage, I'm going to go right. And that's what you're going to see here as you watch your screen here. It's going to go through it. Right there it tells me it's man coverage, so I hit the slant route. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and audible into a zone. I know it's zone already, but I'm still watching the guy. And this is what I was explaining to Steven, my son. Watch to see what that linebacker does. Does he drop back into coverage? And see how he drops back? You can see it's zone coverage. So then I would go ahead and look to throw over there towards the right side of the screen. So let's go and rewind this just a little bit because I want to point this out a little bit more to you guys as we go through this. So for me, again, I'm going to go ahead and read this guy right here, see what he's doing. And in this case, as you watch, he's going to go ahead and drop back. As I said before, we're going to do those hot routes there. See how he's going back? You can see he's clearly going to the curl of the flats. He's going in this area here. And that tells me that. Plus, as I told you before, I'm going to watch another defender. In this case, this guy right here, he's dropping back into a hook zone. So I know it's zone coverage, at least initially. That's what I'm looking at. Now, my opponent may put some guys in man coverage on the outside and all that. But as far as I'm concerned, that is zone coverage. And that's where I'm going to go with the ball. Is I'm going to go ahead and look to throw over here because I know towards this direction here, because I know in zone coverage, a lot of times this guy's going to be wide open. So that's the receiver I'm going to look to throw to here. So you can see me, I'm throwing to him, and I'm going to complete it. I pick up some nice yardage. So for you guys that are looking for something to go ahead and beat zone coverage and man coverage after the snap and having problems with it, try this a little bit and see if this works for you because I think it will. It's helping my son out. He's passing a little bit better since I explained this to him.